Commissioner Long.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, members of the committee. You've heard a lot of testimony on this, so I'm not going to rehash the testimony that you've heard, but I do have about 3 points that I did want to raise and make known to the committee. And Director Rouse is exactly right. One of my main concerns is the safety of the officers in Tennessee. All the first-line responders who work here in our state, having someone with a long gun being accessible more so, and safety of that officer. Also the issue of theft of vehicles. We all see in the news every day about theft of firearms from our vehicles, and as he says, this is certainly going to raise the number of firearms out on the street for people who are stealing them. But even more important is we have worked very, very hard in the last 2 years or so to teach de-escalation to our officers. And we've tried to teach them to de-escalate on all situations where they're meeting the public. This is going to reverse that. This will naturally escalate the situation when an officer sees someone with a long gun when all that officer has is the firearm on his side. So I am concerned about that and about reversing all the work we've done on de-escalation. And lastly, I want to remind the body that those of you who have been here for a short period or for a period of time, and those of you who may not have been here as long, we had this situation about 10 years ago here in Nashville, where we had an individual that was carrying an AK-47 with a pistol grip and walking around buildings around Nashville, and it was legal because it was registered as a pistol. However, I can tell you from the experience, I had it happen in Franklin, Tennessee when I was sheriff, and the panic and the concern that it caused for the public cannot be underestimated. People were very, very fearful. This individual was walking around Radner Lake, where a lot of individuals go to exercise. He was walking around downtown Nashville in some of the buildings. So just, I ask you to remember that's what happened then, and that's exactly what Director Roush is talking about and is going to happen this time, because the first time an individual sees somebody with a long gun, they're not going to know what the situation is or whether they're legal to carry or not, but they are going to call law enforcement and ask us to respond to it. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you.
Very good, and thank you for